Over the last 3 years, I've put on basically 30 pounds of lean muscle. My body fat really hasn't changed in percentage, but I have gained 30 pounds. There was a slight bit of fat gain in there, but the same body fat percentage, 30 pounds heavier. All right, so just a small amount of fat gain, which I think is pretty good for using non-steroidal products, right? And I've broken down each of the SARMs in other videos, so I'm not going to get too much into that. There are a couple that are borderline steroids. So anyway, I'm going to talk about contributing factors, what I've learned, the biggest mistakes I've seen, and what I took that worked. Okay, so to start out with, I want to talk about contributing factors: diet, travel, gym closures, exercise, and bad SARMs. The first one is diet. Over the last 3 years, I haven't been on a consistent diet. Okay, I eat fairly healthy year-round, but I do have a lot of cheat meals. Okay, I don't drink soda ever. My sugar intake is very low, but my carb intake and fat could be in better ratios. Okay. That being said, I generally stay within my calorie needs. I try not to eat in a calorie surplus very often at all, and a lot of times I stay in a calorie deficit. So, keeping that in mind, I haven't done anything extreme for diet, just general healthy eating for the most part. Over the last 3 years, I've had a lot of travel for work. I've been away from home for up to a month at a time or even longer. Last year, I was actually out of town for almost 5 months. I'd be home on the weekends, and that was it. I've also dealt with the gym closures due to COVID. My gym has been closed a total of 3 times during this whole shenanigans. So that was a lot of time out of the gym where I relied on home equipment for working out, mostly body weight type stuff and exercise bands. My exercise program, when the gyms are open, I hit the gym very hard. Okay, so when the gyms first open back up, obviously there's a few weeks getting back into the weightlifting routine where my body is getting used to lifting the weights again. So I have to kind of take it slow, and then I start hitting it really hard. I do a lot of supersets, sometimes trisets. I usually get a little circuit worked up when I can, where I'll be doing multiple exercises, focusing on compound movements, and then after the compound movements are done, then I'll focus on finishing with a smaller singular muscle or muscle group. All right. If you guys want to know more about that, I put together an exercise plan that's available on my website. It really breaks down my exercise philosophy on paper as far as how I set up my workouts.